Alright, fellow comic junkies, what we gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time. Before my time, probably before your time, but not before his because, you know, he's old. But yeah, we're going back to the 1970s. Yep, that far back. And let me just say, comic book properties from the 70s were definitely interesting. For the most part, they were big balls of cheese mixed with some cool elements every now and again. However, that wasn't really the case for a particular Bill Bixby-led TV series known as The Incredible Hulk. It was one of those rare occasions where the people involved really wanted to take the subject matter seriously. How did they do this? Stay as far away from the source material as possible. I mean, they even changed the main character's name from Bruce Banner to David Banner, simply because they thought double alliterations were stupid and too comic booky. We've seen this done before, and for the most part it usually never works, except for this one. We often look at X-Men as the first action/drama, but honestly, this series is probably the first. At least the first at doing it successfully. The series focuses on David's life after the accident that transformed him into the Hulk. For the most part, he's a fugitive in this series, traveling from place to place, trying to find a cure while being pursued by the law, and a very persistent reporter who's trying to expose Banner as a menace. David, being a doctor, is always taking time out to help people, and unfortunately, there is always a situation that forces him into a position where the Hulk is released. And if you didn't know already, this Hulk is played by Lou Ferrigno, and let me just say, the way they do the transformation is just so good. They didn't really have a special effects budget to work with, so they just used clever camera work and practical effects to show what was happening to him. And it's pretty effective. It's hard not to believe what is happening on screen. The series as a whole was really good, and if it suffered from anything, I hate to bring this up again, but it suffered from studio intervention. There absolutely had to be a transformation all the time, and it really comes across as forced sometimes because you'd have episodes that are very character-driven and dramatic. I feel that if it had the ability to stick to that and allow the transformations to occur much more sparingly, it would have added much more to the show. But on the other hand, you wouldn't have had the kid following that it had. I caught the reruns when I was a kid, and being a kid, I'm just like,
shit damn it, I want the Hulk! Deliver the green M&M on Shrekoids!
But when I got older, I really started to appreciate the other aspects of the show a bit more. It does have a hint of melodrama, and it can be a big ball of cheese at times, but you can tell they were really trying with this series, and I commend them for that. I know we have newer versions of the Hulk that are more aesthetically appealing and more fun, but this is definitely a decent watch if you have the time. If you find yourself wandering around and searching for something good to watch, check out this series. You won't be disappointed.